What if the greatest treasure wasn't gold, but forgiveness? Released on May 24, 1989, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade posed this very question, trading ancient artifacts for something far more valuable: reconciliation. The film sends our hero on a dual quest for the Holy Grail and for his estranged father, the brilliant Dr. Henry Jones Sr. Portrayed by the legendary Sean Connery, Henry Sr. is a man lost in his work. We also meet the enigmatic Dr. Elsa Schneider, whose allegiances shift like desert sands, and the ever-loyal Marcus Brody, caught in the crossfire of a race against Walter Donovan and the Nazis who seek the Grail's power for their own dark ambitions. The story opens in 1912, where a young Indy's attempt to save the Cross of Coronado gifts us the origins of his whip, his chin scar, his iconic fedora, and his paralyzing fear of snakes. Decades later, Indy is pulled from his classroom to find his missing father. The trail leads to a flooded Venetian library, where beneath a mosaic floor, he and Elsa uncover a knight's tomb. The clue inside ignites a spectacular boat chase, setting a relentless pace that propels the narrative forward. The search culminates at Castle Brunwald in Austria, where Indy finds his father, only to be greeted not with an embrace, but with a vase shattered over his head. This single comedic moment perfectly defines their fractured relationship. Their escape through the Third Reich is a masterclass in tension and spectacle, from a face-to-face encounter with Hitler in Berlin to a thrilling aerial dogfight. But the film's soul is found not in the action, but in the details. The Grail Diary, meticulously crafted for the production, is more than a prop. It is Henry Jones Sr.'s entire life, a tome filled with sketches, notes, and the very map to eternal life.
Harrison Ford and Sean Connery, separated by only 12 years in age, forged an on-screen chemistry that felt utterly genuine. Their bickering and eventual understanding become the film's true treasure. To protect this emotional core, difficult choices were made in the editing room. Elaborate sequences, including a fight with a supernatural Monkey King, were cut to maintain the film's grounded, character-driven focus and avoid repeating mystical tropes from previous installments. The film's emotional weight rests on 3 pivotal scenes. First, in the quiet cabin of a Zeppelin, Henry Sr. confesses the grief that drove him away from his son, transforming the adventure into a quest for mutual understanding. This vulnerability fuels the second scene, the visceral tank chase, where Indy's desperate battle is no longer for a relic, but for the father who finally bared his soul. Finally, the leap of faith is the ultimate metaphor, a moment where logic must yield to belief, crystallizing the film's message. John Williams' magnificent score masterfully navigates these tones, swelling with adventurous spirit before softening into moments of profound awe. The hidden meaning of the film is that the Grail was never the prize, it was merely the catalyst. The true reward is the restored bond between a father and son. In the end, Indy's choice to let the Grail go is a choice for his father, for life, for connection over obsession. This message, that our relationships are the most sacred relics we can ever possess, ensures the film's enduring power. It is a near-perfect adventure, a triumph of heart and spectacle that earns a score on 95 out of 100.